Hello, hello, hello. How are all you lovely people out there? How is everyone tonight? Hey, Afnar. Hello, Tina, Valerie. Just dropping this down over here. All right. Now I'm coming back over here to StreamYard. Okay. Now, oh, look at all those lovely people in the chat. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Tilla May. Sherry Noah's Arts. Frank Stein. Hello, hello, Afnar. Hi, Sue. How are you doing? Diamond, what's up? How are you?
Hey, Monty, the man, the Energizer Bunny that keeps going and going and going, Monty. That's who you are.
Hi, Red Pillin.
Hey, Monty, answer something for me, would you?
Yes.
I was looking on, I have a few Telegram accounts that I look at. And
Right.
there was one last night I was looking at real late before I went to bed. And it had a picture of Mr. T with another individual, and he was doing the sign. You know, this
What
sign.
was the thumb out?
Trying to remember. I thought it was. Maybe it was just. I'll have to go back and look, but he was with this other, and because it had pictures of people that were giving the sign,
Yeah.
and Mr. T was with someone, and they were doing the sign that everybody else had done. So that
If they
kind of
got,
caused, yeah.
if it's just the two fingers out like that, that's what I consider the devil's horns. If it's got the thumb out with it, no.
Yeah. Okay, I'll have to go back and look because that caused me a little bit of concern that he was in with a bunch of
Right.
these, you know. But I still,
BB72.
yeah, I still,
Right. I hear
I
you.
still have, I still have faith in him though. But just kind of made me question
Yeah.
it.
I'd seen some comments in other chats here and there about Mr. T, and they wasn't good comments,
Had you?
and
Yeah.
yeah, it just got to use discernment, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Makes you question.
yeah. Ron Seeley, hello, hello. Annalisa, Jeff Riddle, what's up, brother? Anna Marie Kimball, Pink Flamingo, BB72, Catherine Edwards. I don't know if Hawk is or not. I hadn't heard back from him. I did send him I did ask him if he was going to be doing a show. I need to actually check again. He said he might be doing a short show tonight because of being ready for tomorrow.
Yeah. I Travis
is on. That's about
Lisa. It. Yeah.
Hang on, Diamond.
All good people. Oh, sure. Hey, Jeff, I'm not going to tell anybody you're hiding, okay? I'll keep that secret.
Let's see here.
Oh, Tina, yeah, I don't know. It just confused me when I saw him in the picture like that. I was like, oh boy. Yeah. Guess it's Mike's birthday tomorrow. Mike from Liberty Warrior, huh? I think it's his birthday tomorrow. We'll have to sing happy birthday to him on his, he does some fishing or hunting show in the morning on Saturdays, so we'll just have to sneak in there and sing to him. Yeah, this is a good looking chat. A lot of people in here tonight, even as late as it is. Yeah, Afnar, I know that the devil wants us to have doubt. Yeah, I still have faith in him, but it just kind of, made me question. Hi, David N. Hi, Nikki Bassey, Purple Rose Warrior. Let's see. Yeah, I saw up here in Maine, there were over 2,000 healthcare workers that had applied to the Supreme Court for an emergency request for a hearing because our governor said they have to be, whatted by the 29th, which is today. And the Supreme Court today denied their request. It was 6-3 with Amy Coney Barrett and Brett Kavanaugh siding with the liberals and, of course, John Roberts. So 6-3, they denied their request. So I think I think the majority of them are going to quit. But still, it's another people showing their true colors.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, that's a good hiding spot. No one will ever see you.
He's like, shh. No one can tell I'm over here. He's over there.
No one's gonna
he's
see
over there
you.
He's hunting white rabbits. I hear you, David. I hear you. That's all I'm gonna say. I hear you. And this is interesting too.
Yes, I saw that on JW had it just a little bit ago, but it was on somewhere else. Where did I see it? Oh, I think Gateway Pundit had it.
Yeah.
Is it North Virginia or Virginia?
I don't know. That's the first I just seen of it.
Yeah, I think it's either North Virginia. I think I saw that they were eyeing like malls and big places where a large amount of people gather.
Yeah. What's up, Riddle?
I just went to the mall the other day. There's no one at the mall here in Flint.
You're still cutting out.
Shut down. Really?
Yeah.
It's changed. People are walking. Can you hear me now?
Barely. It's rubber banding bad. Crackling.
Yeah, it's choppy, Jeff.
I don't know what's causing it. I really don't, because it started like that halfway on your drive earlier.
I probably used too much of my data up. That's probably why.
I might try backing out, turning off your phone, and turning back on, and come back in. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. Mine gets to doing that with the sound after a while. After I, yeah.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay. What's up, Gandalf?
Not much. I've been doing a great crab apple roundup in my backyard.
Really?
That snow came in here and all of them fell off.
Oh.
Yeah, we had snow a couple of days ago and they all started falling off. After I get them all cleaned up, then the leaves started falling off the stupid tree. So,
yeah.
Never a dull moment. I got all but about a bushel of them pushed through the fence into the alleyway. Keep
Right.
the deer out of the yard. I keep the deer out of the yard. And I found out there was a few deer coming through here. And the other morning, I found some deer tracks in the backyard where they were walking through there, eating around the daggone crab apples. So I figured, well, I better get them out of the yard. I will come out here in the middle of the night some night and get gored by a daggone buck.
I hear you. Let's see.
I was going to throw something out there. I put it in the chat. I don't know if you heard it. I was giving my dog her insulin a while ago. But, you know, some of this stuff that our MSM is trying to do to us now is direct it a different direction away from their potato head.
Away from the original narrative like they used to have?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think, some of this crap that they bring out of nowhere for a day it could all either be CGI'd or it could just be completely taken out of context and re-altered.
Exactly.
I mean, you can make a daggone person look like Gandalf in a movie. You can make anybody look like somebody else, and people believe it.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I mean, there's just a lot of craziness out there. That's all I'll say. So yeah.
Well, they have to tell us what they're doing. That's game rules. And we have to either accept it or deny it. We have to either accept it or say, no, I don't want it. Just like crap that's going on right now. But, hopefully they don't get to Agenda 30 before long, because that could cause us even 10 times as much problems around the world.
So before I came into Liberties, which I was about 30 minutes late, I was on another show in the chat, Ghost Prepper, and so someone he knows has gotten an email from YouTube stating that they was anybody that's even talking about the arm thing, if you get what I'm saying without me turning on the camera. Any talk of that on any channels, any code words even, and they're starting to pull. They're warning of pulling people down completely. So I'm just letting everybody know because I got a heads up on it.
Yep.
Oh, my bad, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
I think I still hear the sound. You there?
Yeah, my radio was going off. Can you hear me now?
It's still doing that.
Is it? All right,
Yeah.
I'll step down then.
I hear about every other syllable.
All right, I'll step down.
I'd be
Sorry,
getting
brother.
hit with that I'd be getting hit with that daggone
CME.
solar thing.
Yeah, it could be doing that. Jim, talking about the thing that they've been wanting us all to get in our arms. I can't. I don't want to say any other kind of code words for it.
So how everybody doing tonight?
All right, how are you, BB?
Busy. Got 5 loads tonight. Still having spotty with the diesel. It's here and there.
Really?
It's affecting. Go to rack, don't have it. Go to another right place. They might have some. Pulling out of different accounts. It's I've never seen it like this. Like, I mean, I've seen it here and there, but not like this. Usually maybe for a day or so, but not for a whole week.
Right. I'm hoping that this thing don't last too long with the fuel like that, because
no, it's not affecting the gas. It's just affecting diesel right now. And diesel and probably heating oil, number one heating oil.
Yeah.
A lot of people use that number one heating oil, and for oil furnaces. They go to the rack, and usually they have an arm in every rack, and there's only one. There's 5 bays in at the rack. There's 5 bays, and usually each bay has a loading arm for number one. Well, they've got it down to 1 bay that has. You can only load out of 1 bay with number one, so that tells me they're probably low on it. So
either low on it or they're trying to impose it. They might be just part of the crap to impose the shortages.
Well, I don't know, because I mean I work at night, so I can't get a hold of an operator because there's no operators there at night, so I can't. A buddy of mine here, he works daytime, and he's gonna find out more Monday and kind of what's going on with the whole diesel and the number one oil. So yeah, I don't know. We got a message from our work saying that they're trying to blame the farmers. That's the reason why it's a shortage, but I don't believe that.
No. So they're still harvesting here, and they don't have any problems with fuel here, and they're running tandem trucks hauling beets out of here around the clock, all night long, all day long. Well, and it's just out of this one valley, but there's 26 other valleys that they're hauling them out of.
Right. We're hauling diesel out of Indianapolis now down into Kentucky, because the terminals down there, they get it barged in. They got the prices jacked so high, it's cheaper for us to run down there. To haul fuel down there. So yeah, we're busy.
Now here we have a diesel refinery. We got 3 refineries in Billings, and they're still working around the clock. There's no shortage going through there. It's just our daggone road taxes so daggone high, you can't hardly afford it, even when it's low around anywhere else. I mean, we're still spending upwards of $3.88 a gallon for gas, and diesel's up over 4.
Yeah, it's over 4 here. One thing I do know about the refineries, like the big refineries, like down in Houston and all that, they do shut down for about 3 weeks for maintenance. So it does kind of cause a little problem here when they do shut down. I don't know if they already shut down yet. I want to do some more digging here when I'm off on Sunday, Monday, but I don't think they're shut down yet. But when they do shut down, they usually causes a little bit more shortage too. So
you also have to think of it on another perspective there. I mean, how much road traffic are you actually seeing over normal right now? I'm not seeing hardly any here over normal. I mean, we got 3 truck stops here, and you see about the same amount of trucks parked there, doing their 10 hours layover. Right. I mean, they're not jammed up, and they're not thinned out.
Well, here it's a pivotal point. Indianapolis, you're just south of Chicago, and you got 70 that runs through here and 65. So it's kind of a center point. But I've noticed during the week, not so much more truck traffic, but on the weekends is when I've noticed there's more than usual on the weekend. So that means they're pushing these guys a little harder to be running. Some of these guys are doing their 34-hour restarts on, Saturday or Sunday. So a lot of them aren't going home now. They're coming out and staying at the truck stops to continue on.
Well, actually, you're probably staying out there because it's easier to get started again.
Well, yeah. A lot of the owner ops usually kind of set their own schedule, kind of. But now, it depends on what they have for bills and stuff too. But a lot of them try to be home on weekends. But you see a lot more of them out here now. They're pushing it, and I imagine they're probably making more money with the way that the shipping's going. Like I said, freight right now you can make money on freight.
If you can get the freight to haul. I know a few truck drivers who don't have, because they're the people they go through saying we don't have enough for you right now, so call again next week. It just depends on how they're staging stuff around the United States.
Depends on who their broker is and how their broker works. But yeah, that's one thing that's good to see. If you see the trucks rolling, everything's going to be all right. I'd worry if you didn't see trucks rolling. That's when I start to worry.
Well, they want to bring down the economy. They want to take it and strip it out with inflation and,
Right.
How much can it take before it actually collapses? But then again, you got to take into consideration our dollar really ain't worth much if he wants to give $400,000 each person and coming across the day going southern fence. Can't be worth that much because they don't like to give up money if they got a good way to launder it.
Right.
They'd soon hang it on the fence instead of giving it out.
Hey, Monty.
Yo.
Have you, that Meta, what Facebook's supposed to be changing their name to Meta?
Yeah.
Have you heard what the term for that is?
Yeah.
Make everything T again?
Yeah. 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 I shared that. I shared that early this morning to Hawk's Telegram, and I even sent it to Jeff B's personal Telegram too.
I can tell you right now, these drivers out here are missing T bad. They're his policies. Yeah, they're hurting. Their pocketbooks are hurting right now.
Yeah.
Conservative Cowboy posted, could this be the scare event? Breaking White House and several other D.C. area federal facilities to increase security measures due to credible, the I word related threat this weekend, I think it says, this weekend.
Wow.
Maybe they're going to have a bunch of parents go up there to talk, and they don't want to talk. They don't want to talk to the parents.
Mm.
So they get the security out there and stop them before they get in.
Well, here's my thing on that. Tonight's the first night. Just that comment a while ago earlier in chat. It was the first time I'd even heard about this. The IS group, having threats in the United States, and usually, if they're going to have something like that go on during the weekend, you'll hear about it for 3 or 4 days, 5 days, maybe 2 weeks before. So most usually is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Any FF out there,
mm-hmm.
that
And
we always hear about.
are these people that were flown in from those planes that flew people in, or have they been coming through the borders?
Possibly, Diamond. You know, this could be all their part of their scare event. Maybe so. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what gets me though is the fact that you got to watch even trigger words or you got to. It's this is ridiculous.
Yeah, we should be able to talk
Golly.
openly. Yeah. Yep.
You know, I had to walk on eggshells around the mother of my kids for the longest time just so she wouldn't swing on me and this and that. Dang, if I have to do this around YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube can take every one of my channels and just put them where the sun don't shine. And for that matter, the fact that they keep it up.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. And being monetized don't matter to me.
Yeah.
So, like on super chats, they take 30 to 40% of every super chat that anyone sends to the channel host or owner. So,
yeah, they want their money up front. But the thing that gets me is they don't ban the stuff that needs to be banned off the chat.
Exactly.
I mean, you know,
I understand exactly what you're saying.
Some of that stuff is just downright aesthetically nasty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kind of like Netflix with about cuties.
Yeah. Only
I think it was
times
down
worse.
in Florida. Did you hear about down in Florida about that school superintendent going on a field trip with kids to a gay bar?
Yeah.
What?
Heard about that. Yeah.
Isn't that I'm just glad
Even
my
took
kids
a
aren't in
group
school
photo
anymore.
in front of the sign. Even took a group photo in front of the sign.
I hadn't seen that pop up on any Telegram thing. Not that I noticed, anyways.
It's been on YouTube. That's where I picked it up at and seen the pictures.
Oh, that's why.
Like, good God, this is. They need to bring back public beatings.
Yeah. Well, they said at the end times it'd be what is right is wrong, and what's up is down, and what's down is up. You know, what's right is left, and vice versa. It's just.
How long have they been How long have they been warning us that Christians will be persecuted in the end days?
Right.
You know.
See,
that's what they're doing. That's what.
Yeah. Think back to when Obama was in office, and the IS group was doing their decapitation of Christians. Then, you know, that's when I first started thinking about that.
We all know though that he financed them into power.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's a couple other countries.
Setup.
Yeah.
It's all been a giant setup.
It just wasn't him behind it either. There's a couple other countries, and I don't really.
Well, yeah.
Want to say those names either.
Too.
Yeah.
Like I say, they're in the laundry business, and they've been reaping the rewards on their end for too long. I mean, when you go into the White House, making so much money and leave a multi-millionaire, something's wrong.
Yep, and the Senate too.
Yeah, well, in all of them, in all of them, I mean, they get to do what we can't do. I wish I could insider trade. Heck, I might join the stock market. If I knew I could get a profit, I'd join up. You know.
You want to vote for your own pay raise and vote for your own benefits and stuff? That would be wonderful.
No. What I'm talking about is, you know, just be able to do insider trading. I mean, look what Nancy pulled off, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
$multi-million in her payoff.
Yeah.
All through the stock market.
Not only that, but a few months before the first lockdown, her husband traded off a whole bunch of what was it? A cell phone company. He had stock in it, some Facebook and this and that, and possibly I think maybe Walmart and some Amazon stock or something. I don't know. It was a whole bunch of insider stuff, and he traded it and bought some other stock in these others. And I'm like, well, that ain't some insider trading. Why don't the SEC bring her and her husband up and throw them both in jail? Look what they done way back in the day with Martha Stewart, just for that little bit that she was involved in.
Exactly. That's what
If
I'm
that would have
saying.
been any one of us, we'd be in handcuffs.
Well,
Shoot.
Martha Stewart was a celebrity, and she went to the slammer. But
Yeah.
the thing of it is they don't go to the slammer.
Exactly.
You know, the only way you can get back at them is to have a traffic accident with them, and hopefully you come out ahead. I mean,
And
that's
still,
the only way to get back. You know.
and then still, you're probably not looking at very good outcomes.
Well, yeah, but still, you get a little bit of return out of it. It's not like you miss. But they should, whenever this all comes back around and we form a new government, all these people who are doing this crap right now should be the example of what we're not going to do. Your family will not participate in government contracting at all.
Exactly.
All the way down to your second damn cousin.
Well, this is
You know,
kind of the quote unquote pain that they've been talking about. I think is opening everybody's eyes, making them experience some of it, to where this never ever happens again like this. Just like about the children, you know.
oh, you look at the fact that Potato Head's P son, what he did, how he got his money. He was kicked out of the military, out of the Navy for doing too much coke, and rose to be a millionaire.
Huh.
And he don't even know Jack. He don't know Jack. He got stuck in position because his daddy was freaking vice president.
I didn't even know that he was in the military.
He was in the Navy, got kicked out for doing drugs.
They tend to do that when you're messing with them in there.
Yep. I kind of hope that the little story about Potato Head's surviving daughter, who is now in the highest court of the land, that would be great if that's true. That'd just show you how crooked this whole setup has been. Amy is Amy's offspring of a potato.
Are you talking about Amy Comey Barrett?
Yep.
That's Potato Head.
It's been said that she was a survivor of the wreck that they said killed her, and that she had been living under disguise, and now she's there. She looks pretty close to what her mom looked like.
I was gonna say the mother died in the crash, right? Was supposedly.
Yeah. The mother and the daughter died, and Hunter somehow survived.
Yeah.
But it goes to show you just how cruel these people are, and how much they're into sacrificing their own to get ahead. I mean, they put it out there for everybody to see. I mean,
right.
When John got shot in 62 or 63, see, I was in second grade then. His brothers rose to the rank, but none of them ever ran for president. I mean, Bobby didn't get a chance to. He got shot by a goddamn so-called Sirhan. But the thing of it was Ted never went for it. Nobody else went for it because they said if any of you people run for president, we'll take care of it.
Right. The highest office they ever set up.
For it. And I know for a fact people associated with the JFK family because I used to work for one of them. He wasn't a Kennedy, but his last name was Fitzgerald. Could he have been related to John's mom? First cousin. and he was a president of Chemical Bank, which later he ended up in J.P. Morgan Chase Manhattan as a senior vice president in charge of private banking. Now he's dead. And he was a multi-millionaire by the big time. He had 7 buildings in downtown Manhattan on 54th and on 5th Avenues. And 2 of them, the lowest rent going into them, and I say rent, was $28K a month.
Yeah.
He told me that himself. He even told me how he got his land down here just south of me when they were going to say you can't buy any more Indian reservation land more than such and such amount. He made a deal and told his cousin, Ted, stall the bill. I'm in right now trying to get 450 acres of prime riverfront property on the Bighorn River. And now his son owns it.
Yeah.
Oh, and with this going out, I didn't kill myself, okay? No, I'm serious.
You sound like someone else we know.
Powerful. This guy was powerful.
Well, I've
So,
got to go night, so I will see you gentlemen some other time. Have a good night, okay?
all right.
Hey, good night,
Later,
Diamond.
Diamond.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Love
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for coming on.
Oh, love you too, Monty. Thank you.
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff coming out, and people are either going to believe it or they're not going to believe it.
Yeah. Hey,
You
Brew.
know,
Hi, Shepard.
it's crazy.
Well, I'm
Things
gonna
could
jump.
be stranger.
I gotta jump off
Wait.
here now. I'm gonna be getting loaded here, so I'm gonna jump off here. I'll talk to you guys later.
Hey, no problem, brother. Be careful. Be
Hey,
safe.
yeah,
God
I'll
bless.
talk to you
Take
later.
care.
I will talk to you later. God bless
All
and
right.
Godspeed.
Yep.
Bye.
Yep.
Bye.
You too.
Yeah, I used to work for that guy around the clock for like 5 years. He'd fly in here for the weekend and spend from Wednesday to Sunday and then take off, go back to New York and sign paperwork and come back on Wednesday.
Right.
Leave again on Sunday.
I'm wanting to say that person, the person that was mentioned in being accused of Robert Kennedy is, I think that was a setup deal too.
I do too.
He don't remember nothing. And if the things that I remember seeing of the footage and everything else is how many times the trigger was actually pulled and how many shots there was.
Yeah.
And you can tell the difference in the calibers because the one that he used was like a 22, I think, or something like that.
22 or 32, one of those small caliber.
Yeah. Yeah, and
handguns.
then in the video footage you actually hear a larger caliber going off.
Like a 38 or a 357 or maybe a 45.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's more shots in the audio than there is that actually the gun can hold. So
yeah. Even with one in the barrel.
Yeah.
I think the one that they had, it was a 5-shot magazine and one in the barrel, and there was like 8 or 9 shots fired.
Right.
But it, maybe Elvis will break his silence and tell us who did it.
Right.
I mean, we don't know who all is dead and who is actually living anymore. All those conspiracies were conjectured by the certain ABC company what we have in our government.
Absolutely.
They say, well, oh, that's a lie. That's a lie. Yeah, right. Prove it. No, we don't have to. It's all just a lie.
Yeah.
They've been perpetrating a lie since they became the inventors of lie through the Operation Paperclip. That's where all the seniors came from at that time.
Yep. Oh yeah. I totally.
We may
understand.
never know all the things that are going to happen now. You know, what I'm saying now is in our time frame right now, we may never know everything, but we'll know a good portion of it. We just won't know the grisly sides about everything that went on. But, you know, mysteriously, people have been dying around the world the last 3 years now. Suspicious. Heart attack here, stroke there.
Yep.
Car wreck, drowning in a hot tub. Those kind of people don't just go into a hot tub drunk. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? They want to stay in control of the people around them.
Yeah.
The thing a lot of people don't realize is, if we were to go down into a Russia scenario of the 1900s, okay, up until Reagan, when you reach a certain point in your potential, you become no longer needed. You're just another one of the people they take out to a gulag or to the nearest ditch. No holds barred. Those people will have their time, and it's okay. You served us well, comrade. Boom. And they go to the next one.
Or if they feel that you're a threat to them, against them in any way.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, as soon as you become, they deem it you're no longer needed anymore for some reason, they'll just take you out there and drop you.
Yeah.
They probably won't even bury you. You know, they'll let somebody find you, and it'll be a Arkansas with 3 shots to the head, with the back of the head with a revolver, and claim it was suicide.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how much they perpetuated on the American people, and just.
I know it.
Yeah.
A lot of people believe it, though. They believe that, oh, that has to be the way it happened. But if you use it with a rational train of thought, you know, you can sit there and go, no, there's no way that could have happened. You know, like the kid that got blown up, his girlfriend happened to be the daughter of a certain governor, and he ended up, his car exploded, and come to find out, he was in the passenger seat.
That's
and it was
crazy.
A car wreck. It was a car wreck. He was the only one in the car, buckled up in the passenger side. I'll never be that fast. I just hope they dig their own grave, but it ain't going to be quick enough.
Absolutely.
Of course, we'll never go back to a normal, because everything normal really isn't normal. It's every day is a different day, no matter how you look at it. You know, people don't realize that. They're trained to thinking that this is the way it is going to be from now on, and you'll just live with it that way. And people don't realize every day is a completely different day. Every day is a gift of God, because you don't know when your ticket's punched and you have to get on the bus. It may be tomorrow, it may be next year. May live to be 107. Sooner or later, nobody gets off this rock alive, or hasn't in the last couple thousand years anyway.
Yeah. You never know. You gotta live each day to its every day like it's last.
Yep. Live, love, laugh, and don't screw your neighbors over because you get judged at the end.
Yep. So, hey Bella, are you still here? I was gonna see, or Nicole BD. I was gonna see if someone could drop that link for the 48-hour prayathon tomorrow. For tomorrow. Shepard, I checked my email earlier and I didn't see anything from you as of yet. So I know what I did wrong too. When I first sent you an email, I forgot the H in Shepard, and it was my bad. Oh, let's see. How you been doing, Ron?
I've been doing pretty good. Getting by, getting ready for winter.
Yeah.
That trapping season coming up here in another couple weeks.
Okay, Shepard. I was just wondering. I thought the World Series was already over.
I don't know.
I haven't been watching it because I haven't been watching anything really.
I haven't watched sports in years.
The last two Super Bowls, I went to my buddies and just watched them. And that's only because it was the Kansas City Chiefs playing. And other than that, I don't really care to watch any other sports. I mean, I like seeing the scores, and that's about it. I'll put
it this way. I've pulled guys off the battlefield by myself with worse injuries than a sprained ankle. It takes 4 people in a litter to get some fat part off of a football field.
I understand on that, but I've also seen on you remember it's been a long time now. It was during the Super Bowl. Remember the video footage of the old boy getting his leg snapped, like broke?
Yeah.
It just went flip flop. I was like, that's on national TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely tell it.
Nowadays they would switch it off because you're on a 5-second delay.
Yeah.
To protect the children from the sight, but yet they don't protect the children any other way. That's what gets me about the whole damn thing. It's all rigged. It's all been screwed up with personalities that try to change our national heritage and our American way of life. That idiot that started a lot of that crap of kneeling to the flag, they should have took him out to the parking lot and beat him to a pulp. I'm talking about the team members, but no, they went along with it because we all know who's paying their way through everything. They're all paid off. I mean, you sit there and talk about how bad people are oppressed. Hell, I'm oppressed. I've been oppressed all my damn life. That I ain't out there burning houses down and killing people because I don't like what my stature is.
Absolutely. That you're correct. Those Shepard put up a post. I saw an MSNBC clip of the news anchor calling them reptilians. Now, when did the news ever start doing that?
Okay, maybe they got a change of heart. A little late, people. You should have thought about that about 40 years ago. The last Super Bowl I watched, I was a kid, and I watched Joe Namath play his last Super Bowl. And that was the last one I ever watched.
That's been a while.
That's it. I still wasn't that impressed with Joe Namath, but he was a pretty good guy as far as how he used himself in the everyday life. But these other assholes are sitting around there saying how they're oppressed. They play in the white man's game. Well, 90% of the team's black, and they all make well over anything I'll ever make in my lifetime.
Yeah,
And they're
yeah, in 1
oppressed.
year.
And they won't go back and buy anybody anything. They won't take care of their neighborhoods they came from.
There's a few of them out there that does.
But it's very rare.
Right. Okay, so like the year before and this last year at the Super Bowl, there's a Kansas City Chief player, and he went and around the surrounding area of Kansas City, he went and bought all the rescue dogs and everything to keep them from being terminated. He went and bought them from all the rescue shelters and stuff, and found homes for them.
Yeah.
So, it's just small things like that helps. And then I know of some more that has went and actually done some good in their neighborhood by building recreational centers and this and that for the youth.
Yeah, but then they shortly closed them down because the goddamn kids went in there and tore them up.
Yeah,
that's what gets me. They don't teach them. The Democrats have wanted to keep them on a plantation, and they found those plantations around those big cities. I never grew up around that crap. I lived in a small Indiana town, which now has become a ghetto all by itself. But the whole fact of the matter was, I was raised by my dad, who actually was kicked out of a store down in Georgia. He was stationed at Fort Gordon. He was on his way down on the bus, and a little black child, comes up to him and asks him if he could get him a Coke. So my dad went in and bought him a Coke. And when the store owner seen who he was giving that Coke to, he told my dad to never come back.
See, and that's ridiculous.
It is.
It's just like these lower income, the places in the cities, like, if you want to call them ghettos or whatever. It's just a lot of that's perpetuated by our government to keep them in that vicious circle.
Yeah, because they're afraid of them.
Yeah,
they're afraid of them. They're stronger. They're leaner, and sometimes they can be smarter than most of them people who are running our daggone country right now.
Yep.
I mean,
and that's how they try and keep us all divided too, by causing racial tensions and whatnot. We're all the human race. We all bleed together.
Well, I had a few hundred black brothers in the Army that we all partied together, and we all fought together, and we all got hurt together.
Yep.
And nobody ever had anything else to say toward anything derogatory on each other. We had our own little code names that we give each other, but that was all in fun.
Right.
We all knew we had each other's back, though. Now you can't find somebody out there in the street that'll have your back.
Absolutely. So Riddle put up, I heard a radio commercial about all Republican presidents since Coolidge have been to Bohemian Grove. Kind of cool to hear that. It was for a podcast that I can't remember.
I've seen that one.
There's been a lot of people that was at the Bohemian Grove that we would be shocked to even know that they went there. And I'm not just talking. I'm not just talking about the politicians either, but people in high up corporations and CEOs,
entertainment, music.
Yep.
Football, baseball, all that crap. I mean, you look at lately how many sports people have been killed, and it makes you wonder why. And certain ones of them, a certain amount of them, are sitting there going, I don't like this crap. I'm getting out of here. and they end up getting killed one way or the other.
Yep.
And like I was telling one guy the other night, a lot of these guys who are in the music business, and you can see them even in their later years now, in their 70s, they're all still playing the game because they like the money, but they also have the blackmail against them. You know, they put them in these positions, they've hoarded them with all these little kids and stuff to do crazy stuff, and then the ones that are the most popular are the ones that's got the problems the worst. They're the druggies that they gone. That the musicians, your music either is good or it sucks, but they're still on the top of the they gone music line there. You know, the top 100 or whatever.
Yeah.
They can't get out because there's too much blackmail and their food tickets to all these people in charge of the daggone entertainment.
Well, it's just like the ones that had the one-hit wonders and stuff. They didn't go ahead and sell their souls.
Exactly.
You know,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
For all that fame. So BB just commented, just tried getting diesel out on both accounts. I tried, have to go to another terminal and try.
Oh, God.
Golly. Everybody needs to stop. I'm not trying to spread no fear or anything, but I'm just letting everybody know you need to go, and if you got extra gas cans, fuel cans, or anything else, you need to probably go and top them off. Especially if your vehicle is diesel. Get what you can.
Especially if you have a generator.
Yep.
Get anything and everything you can while you still have a chance.
Absolutely.
But, it's going to get to the point to where they're going to try to make people kill each other for a food source. You know, you got food, I want it. Well, take your best shot, dude.
I've been hearing about that. I've been hearing about that too here and there in some places. Now, whether or not you want to take it to heart, but they're just calling it the purge or the culling, and so
the evil and the needy will both be out there, and you won't know which one is which.
Yeah, because they'll try and become your buddy, and then they turn right around, and next thing you know, they don't have your back.
Well, I've been stocking up on water bottles, the metal water bottles. I used to buy them from all the different places around here, the secondhand stores and stuff. And I probably got 100 of them. And my wife said, "What are you going to do with them all?" I said, "Well, when the shit hits the fan," I said, "I'm going to probably hand out some water and tell them to get on down the road. That's the best I can do for them, But if you want to take all my water bottles, then we got a problem. I mean, it's just a matter of, will people be able to do things like barter? When it really starts getting bad, can you barter with 3 or 4 other people and buy onto a cow so you can take home a quarter or a half or whatever amount you can get, or a pig or some chickens? People say, "Well, I don't do that stuff." Well, you ain't been hungry enough.
Exactly.
I've ate the bugs, I've ate the worms, I've ate the snakes, and whatever else I could bring down. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of these people, if it don't come in plastic, they don't want it. They're going to be the ones that I'm going to have coming to my door, and I'm going to say, "Here's your damn dead rabbit. Now go out there somewhere and cook it."
Rabbit's good too, let me tell you.
Well, it is. It is. I've ate just about everything that can walk, crawl, or run around the United States and some tropical forests. But the fact of the matter is, I was put in a position to where, this won't taste too bad once it's cooked up. Maybe I can dig some salt out of my pocket here and put some on there, make it taste a little better.
Yeah.
Turtles, muskrats, hell, I've even eaten your rats. I didn't realize how big rats were down in Panama until I went down there one day or one night. I was half drunk, walking down the street, seeing something that looked like a possum. It wasn't a possum; it was a rat. Then later on, the next day we were coming back up. We stopped off at a local vineyard, and he had his little hibachi there, and he had some meat on some pieces of some daggone little sticks there, and ate it. I said, "What is this? This tastes pretty good." He goes, "Rat." I go, "You mean rat? Rat?" He said, "Yes." I go, "Okay." Now I know what it tastes like. And he said, he looked at me, he knew I was from the jungle school. He looked at me, he says, "Make sure you cook it. Don't want to eat that crap raw or rare. You want to make sure it's thoroughly cooked and kill all the disease in it." Make sure you cook it. Well done. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
But people don't realize we've had it too easy in this world called America. People just don't have any inkling on anything that happens to do. They consider everything from yesterday the old ways. In the old days, I remember, you didn't have a can opener in every house. Most people had a screw top jar they had their food in. They canned their stuff. Then the can opener came around. They started putting it in cans and getting you to stop canning and buy our canned goods. Buy our meat. Don't butcher your own. That's bad for you.
Yeah, I've never. I was raised up on a farm, and I tell you what, butchering your own meat, it's not bad for you. It's actually healthier.
I started out at 8, butchering rabbits with my dad. We raised rabbits. My brothers wouldn't do it. I had to do it with my dad, learn how to do it right. I went from rabbits all the way up and beyond. Worked in the butcher shop for a while. Learned how to do pigs, sheep, and cattle. I even done a couple of goats for some guys down in North Carolina when I was stationed down there. "Hey, Ron, you know how to butcher a goat?" I said, "Yeah." "Why?" "Well, we're going to have a goat party." And what he said, goat party, they were from Puerto Rico.
Right.
And they would have goat a certain time of the year, and they asked me to come down and show them how to cut one of them up. So I did.
Yeah. My old Mexican boss from when I was on the highway construction crew, that's what they would do. And when they barbecued, they didn't use barbecue sauce on the grill. They used salsa.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Did you barbecue any goat on my grill?" Because I let him borrow my grill. I was like, "You didn't barbecue any goat on my grill, did you?" I was like, "Because you left a lot of salsa still on there."
Well, in the Carolinas, they don't have barbecue sauce. In some of the places that still do it the old way, there's a couple places I used to visit that had really good, what they called Carolina barbecue. They would actually spice it and then cook it, and there was no sauce on it. It was all seasoning. Is all it was. And it was. I thought it was better than regular barbecue myself. They had their own home recipes that they used for it, and one of them was a real high-end place that they were low-end, but people came all up and down the East Coast to go eat barbecue there, and it was called No Mess Barbecue.
Right. We was talking about how butchering the animals back on the farm. Back then, we used to butcher them and use up everything from that animal too, whether it be a pig, a butcher steer, or anything, And nowadays, all you get is the choice cuts, as I'd say. You know, you don't see
Well,
the heart and the tongue or the sweet bread or anything else.
Yeah. Well, we used to, when I got out of the Army on my first tour, I got with a guy who was an old family friend, and he started bringing in hogs, and we would butcher the hog and turn it all into goddamn sausage. And everybody always asked me what's in the sausage. I said everything but the squeal.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
If it was an organ, it was in there somewhere. You might not have got that particular chunk, but it was in there somewhere.
even the sausage casings.
Yeah.
They used everything.
Hey, summer sausage casing is a good one if you're using the daggone the lower intestine.
Yeah.
Pack that sucker in there, make a 4-inch summer sausage. 4-inch diameter summer sausage, about 10 feet long.
Dad always used to have us boys taking the double-bitted axe and working away on the head of the hog.
Yeah.
So it could have. Yep. So it could have that with scrambled eggs in the mornings.
Yeah. Well, people don't realize that's where mincemeat came from.
Yeah.
You know. You never see them having jowls in a chain store.
Exactly.
You know. Here I can find cow tongue and cow brain, but you can't find hog jowls or head cheese. You know, the pig brain.
Yeah.
That, you know, again, people were told you don't want to eat that. That's nasty. People don't realize how tender the brain is. You can actually take the brain of an animal or a human. Don't make no difference what it is. The brain material of an animal. You can scramble that in a bowl with a daggone fork, just like you can a scrambled eggs.
Yep.
I do brain tanning every now and then, and that's what I use. I'll take the brain and I'll just scramble it up like a daggone egg and get it, put my other chemicals into it, to, you know, salt, little alum in there, preserve, slap it on there, work it in real good, and smoke it. Of course,
Yep,
it's a little more detailed than that, but that's a quick version of it. Yeah,
Valerie,
people got.
I'm sorry, Ron. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Valerie, on your laptop, all you got to do is type in Telegram, and don't go through the Google Play Store because they're censoring several channels on the Telegram site. But just type in Telegram, and it'll bring up a place to where you can download it directly from their site to your laptop. Because that's what I had to do on my phone.
Yeah, people are going to be in for a real shock here if things get any more south than they are already.
Yeah.
I got a friend of mine up here with another one of my friends. He came in from out of state as a non-resident. Now he's become a resident, but he's doing his first, or he done his first pronghorn. Now he's been doing his first deer today, and he'd never done that stuff before. And he said it's a learning curve. You know, he got guidance of a guy who's hunted most of his life, and he's got a good teacher. It's not like he's out there trying to figure it all out by himself. But some people are going to have to figure it out.
Absolutely. I hope to see everyone this weekend during the Pray-a-thon. Everybody's welcome. You can come up on the panel. You can drop a prayer request in the chat. There's going to be several of us on there. I'm probably going to be, now that we figured out how to share controls on the channel, it'll give Hawk a little bit more time to get more rest instead of running himself ragged. And we'll probably all take turns of helping out throughout instead of 2 or 3 people on at once and whatnot. Let's see. Good to see everybody up in chat. I'm probably going to be calling it here in another few minutes, Ron.
Okay.
I'm getting pretty sleepy. Oh, I didn't go to sleep. I stayed up all night last night trying to condition myself into being up throughout most of the night. That way Hawk can get rest this weekend, and I didn't go to bed till 10:30 this morning.
Yeah, you had an earlier show too.
Yeah.
You
I was
had
on for a little bit.
Yeah. Well.
I appreciate you coming up, Ron.
No problem. I'll back out of here and you can close your show up, and I'll probably get on here this weekend and see what's going on in the prayer chat there, and
all right,
maybe touch base with you.
All right. Later, brother.
You take care. Everybody else in chat, take care. Later. Bye.
All right. Later. Hello?
Hey, Monty, I know you're ending, and I don't know how many people are still here. I just wanted to address something quickly. If people, I'm more than happy to receive emails and direct you in any way to help get Hawk what he needs to, save his farm. But please do not anyone send me any money, nor I just received one from someone, which I don't have a PayPal even to forward it to Hawk. So if we can just keep that not from happening, and that I do have his email, I have his all the information I have is exactly how we can go about making sure everything gets him. So I just wanted to say that really quick. So if anybody, does that, we can prevent them from having to go through the headache of then having to track their PayPal and retract it and do it the best way, right? So
right.
I'll address that tomorrow on other channels as well, so we make sure it doesn't happen. But I was looking for the particular lady that was so generous to send it for Hawk, but I don't have any way of doing any of that, and I really don't want to have any kind of any ties to that stuff. So
right.
Yeah.
As far as I know, the information that's on that banner, not the scrolling banner, but the one with the Venmo information, that's all correct, right?
Yes, all that is correct. Okay. That is his PayPal. All you would do is pull up his email, and it would directly go to Hawk. Also with the Venmo, sometimes some are running into where they don't need the last 4 digits. Some people have, so that's just a hit and miss with everybody. But those are all the correct ways of getting that to him. And also that is his email. The email for PayPal is actually, his own email. But because Hawk is so busy, I'm helping with the emails. This way I can just give them all the information that they need, or whatever, private information. Because I'm not. I mean, and I know Hawk feels the same. It's just his personal address and things like that. We're just not going to float around YouTube.
Right. No.
So that can be given through a private email. If someone wants to email me and needs any kind of help or anything like that, I'm more than willing to help direct them in the best way to help. So yeah.
Thank you for coming up and clarifying that, Bella.
Yeah. Well, I just had it happen, and I just got off the phone with them, and screenshotted it all, and they checked their PayPal, because I was thinking maybe she just happened to send me a receipt of, showing me that she contributed to like pass that along to Hawk or whatever. But we checked both, and like I said, my PayPal is to my private email, not to my Proton, so I don't have a PayPal with that, and I checked my PayPal, it's not there. I just don't want people having to run into that issue, and I definitely don't want any money coming, to me. So like, I don't want to hassle with that as well, trying to transfer to him and stuff. So just best we go one avenue straight to Hawk.
Yeah. I sent him a text right before. Well, I sent one to Signal an hour before Liberty got done, and then I sent him a regular text when I first started tonight. I didn't hear back from him on either one if he was doing a show tonight.
I'm not sure. I think they were just eating dinner, and he's he's been busy on streams today, and
I know.
But I haven't heard so anyways, yeah, so I'm not sure. I didn't ask him, to be honest. I was more wanting to make sure that the lady that sent that we got that handled, and all that. So because I've got quite a bit of emails that I'm working through right now, and again, just thank you to the community that has rallied around Hawk. I can't tell you how beautiful it's been to watch and to experience the love that's here. It's been amazing.
I know it is amazing. I wish there was more. I wish there was more I could do. One thing I can do right now is just share this on my channel.
Hey,
and just
pray.
help spread the word. Well, I know, but I wish I could reach out monetarily wise, financial wise, and helping. But
I know there's going to be many of us that can't, but loving and supporting and showing him, and just doing what we're doing is I'm sure I'm speaking for Hawk, but I'm going to say it. I know he appreciates everything and anything, and yeah.
What gets me is, like, over in Liberty, I know once it got mentioned, I knew there was going to be some people that put up some misunderstanding comments, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying. And
yeah.
I know, and some people just don't understand the healing effects of that medicine, and the links that he goes to help people, and it upsets me in a way. So
of course it would, and of course it upsets me and many others. You weren't alone in those feelings, and
I know.
And all we could say, and all I can say, is that you're gonna have that. We're gonna have that, and as unfortunate it is what it is, and that's just that,
Right.
I don't know if I'm cutting out because my Wi-Fi has been shoddy, because I see us spinning for some reason. Are you seeing that on your end?
No, you're coming in loud and clear and everything. You're
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's weird. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be what it is, and those people, they're gonna have their feelings, and that's okay. Some don't understand it, and that's okay. We know. I mean, and we know Hawk. I mean, I know I've been around Hawk for a long time. I've been watching him before I even started chatting in his room, and yeah, this man deserves every bit of blessings that's coming at him right now. Like 100 times, over 100 times. Like, yeah. So, yeah.
Well, thank you for all that you've done, and Nicole, Dee Dee, and Liz, and Tracy.
Oh, so many. I mean,
there's so many. And Jeff Riddle, Craig. There's just so many that.
I mean, there's so many people to me.
I can't even think of a list of all the people. So.
No, either could I, and other platforms and all. Just, I mean, it's been just such a beautiful experience to be a part of, and to see. And I really needed this in my life to like bring me back to remembering how many people are really just beautiful still in this world, because obviously we're not only seeing it within, say, the YouTube world, right? But we're also seeing it on our world stage. We're witnessing so much ugly. And to see this, and I mean, Hawk, Hawk isn't the only one. We're right now we are. I mean, we do see good things happening, just not on a daily or say a week. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying.
Right,
So
right. Yeah.
to witness this right now was really healing for my own heart, to see what we still are, how many good people are still left, and with all the crazy that we're seeing mostly 24 hours a day. So I
Yeah.
don't know. And I'm exhausted, so I'm probably not making much sense, but
You're making perfect sense. And I know you're exhausted too.
Yeah, my work's not over yet. But I
I,
did get sleep last night, so I shouldn't be
I,
complaining.
I planned on doing like a short show tonight, like maybe an hour to 2 or 3 hours, but halfway through that first hour, that first half hour, and I'm like, the sleepiness and the tiredness just hit me, and I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
yeah, and I can't. I got to get rested. I need to be rested up for this weekend. So
Yeah. Yeah, because we're
I,
gonna have a busy weekend.
yeah,
Yeah, and it starts in what, like we got like 14 hours. So
yeah,
I'll be doing my best tomorrow. I'll definitely go to bed in a couple hours and get my rest. I'm hopeful for, but I need to get back to all these emails and make sure there's the one particular email that I've so far opened. I'm hoping it's my only one that did that, and by no fault of hers or anything like that. I know where it was coming from, just doing what she could to help. But I definitely, because I mean, in all honesty, too, that just went to an empty space of something on PayPal, because I'm not linked to it at all with that email. So there was,
right.
if I don't address it and get her to get her money back, then that, what she gave in supporting him is just, yeah. So it definitely, hopefully she'll get that email response shortly here and be able to get that directly to the PayPal that's
Yeah.
for Hawk. Yeah, yeah.
Now I seen someone comment over in Liberties a while ago. Whether I can't remember if it was Venmo or PayPal, but they said that you got to use the last 4 digits, the 6853, because there's like 4 different Jeffrey
Yeah.
Marstons.
Yeah, that's why I did make sure it was there in case people did run into that problem. I'm hopeful that people were getting the right one, but that's where trust comes in, and believing that it's all gonna happen. It's all gonna be right. And yeah.
Hi,
I hope.
Brenda.
Oh yes, Canadian pay. Oh, she had me
Yeah,
crying.
I know.
I was crying when that woman came up there and said, because that's how I feel too. And I just, yeah.
And Travis. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just.
Yeah. I know. It's an emotional time. I mean, I'm celebrating, but at the same, like really celebrating, but it's still, your heart weeps for the beauty that you're seeing. It's not like a sad, a feeling. It's just, yeah, it's amazing. Don't start crying and make me cry, man. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I got work to do, boy.
I know. I can't help it.
I know. It's beautiful.
The shining light from all the angels that we've been seeing, and
yeah,
that's all I gotta say.
The love, man.
Yeah.
It's yeah. So you're gonna make me cry, because it is. It's so touching to your heart. It's, oh my God. Yeah. I love it. I love it, and I love
it. Just
when I
it
see
goes
people.
to show you that the world ain't so bad after as bad as we think. Well, it is in places. I'll just say that. But in other aspects, there's still a lot of love and human kindness out there. That's what I'll say. So
yeah. I get you.
Bella, come on.
I get you. I know what you're trying to say. I mean, I don't have words either because honestly, like I'm just don't have words for what I feel right now, other than just deep gratitude and
I know.
just so thankful that they're showing him like what he really, they're blessing him this way and a man that really deserves it and a man that's stubborn and like literally when he said I was yelling at him on the text phone when I was texting him, I was telling him like, yeah. And I was determined to make him let us help him, to show
I know.
him.
I
And
was in chat that night, and you was like, "You are going to let us help you," and
yes,
even Rob, yeah, because Devil Dog was up on the chat, up on panel, and even Rob was like, "Suck it up and swallow that
yep,
pride, Marine."
yep. Yeah,
So
but see, Hawk's not one to ever ask for anything.
I
And
I
in
know.
the year that I've been watching him, I have never seen him ask for a damn thing, ever, ever. The only thing I've ever seen him is like needing workers that want to come and help, which there's, that's not asking for much. People want to come volunteer and help him and stuff like that because he does need it. He does
Yeah,
need it, and
and then
he's
and people don't even see that side either. You
yeah.
know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I think
The
we're gonna have
outside.
more people this next round because I know I'm on board and I know that his girlfriend Jess and I are talking and and I'm not far from Hawk and so I'll be putting in my time and doing what I can and I know there's a few others that are out here with me that are also on board with doing what we can to help and to alleviate some of that stress of even, going and helping do stuff, so
I, I
we'll
wish
get them.
I wish I lived closer because I'd definitely come and help
Yeah.
do cut down trees and this and that. And I mean,
Yeah. Well, maybe by next summer when things are hopefully better and our world is not so chaotic, you can make a trip out and visit and spend some time helping. I mean, so you just have to see what happens. We all have to pretty much see what we are faced with,
right,
what's coming or what's not. I mean, I'm hopeful. I shouldn't sound so doom and gloom because the truth is, I believe that things are going to shift and
right.
we will see victory. And I do feel that in my heart. I just know that it's super rough right now, and I know that it's going to be likely to be rougher for a while. But I have to keep faith, and something in my heart tells me that yeah, we're still up against a storm, but we'll
Oh
see
yeah,
the light. Things won't go as bleak as they're trying to make it. They're not going to win.
absolutely.
Yeah.
God's won,
Yeah.
or he's
Yeah.
winning. I'm just saying. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
God,
I'm in
God's the
agreement
one with
with
the
that.
plan.
Yeah. 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 Oh, and Jeff, I just was reaching out to you, hon, because I just wanted to make sure that tomorrow I'll probably jump on your panel. You send me a link and I will come up and make the same statement basically tonight. Um and if you didn't hear it, it was just in regards to people not PayPaling me any money uh through my email or anything. I had a lovely lady that sent money tonight, but I don't want any connections to any of the financial. I don't, and plus the email, like I stated before, doesn't have a link to a PayPal. So basically, it's out there in the void right now until she retracts that and then sends it directly. So I just want to make sure that's clear tomorrow for anybody that does do that. And I know that they were doing that to Liberty tonight, but that's fine because Liberty's able to just send that right over to Hawk himself, and because it
Right,
was to his PayPal, which it works out, and that way. But I personally, it's not linked to mine, and I want it to go directly because Hawk does have a PayPal, and just I'm not sure what, but like I said, I'll make sure that any kind of stuff like that is made sure that his PayPal is given again or whatever I need to do to. He sure doesn't happen.
yeah. I hear you. Oh,
Okay, Jeff. I will then see you tomorrow. Oh, Jeff, do you know what time you're planning on your live tomorrow?
probably his normal time.
Oh, he's gonna make it short. I guess you can come
Yeah.
up. Oh, okay, yeah.
As
Because
far as I
Hawk
know,
starts
unless
tomorrow at 12
yeah,
noon my time, Pacific Standard Time.
yes, 2 o'clock Central and
Central
3 o'clock Eastern.
Eastern. Okay,
I think.
good. Yeah, you're probably right.
So what's the
Yeah.
difference with mountain time?
I have no idea. Don't ask me. I'm retarded. Especially at this time right now, because like I said, I've got at least
I just tried to think of that, and I'm
got
like,
40 emails sitting right now, and I've only gone through 5 of them, and then I got hit with this one that where it was a PayPal, so I had to stop everything, call Hawk, Jess, and kind of like, what are we gonna do? Because this isn't in my account, which obviously wouldn't be because I don't have it linked there. And then they check theirs and like, nope. So that's so because I thought, well, maybe she was just sending me the actual receipt, just to show that he donated. So but we verified that wasn't the case. So definitely so we'll get that worked out for sure, and then I will
what? Hang on. So if Hawk starts at noon, that means he's starting at 3 o'clock Central Time, and he's been starting at 2 o'clock Central Time. So that's how come Mountain Time throws me off.
I think our time comes back. Don't we have our time change this weekend?
Yeah,
no, wait, it's not this
the only
weekend.
The only ones that don't change times, Arizona and
yeah,
and
we do though, but I don't think we do until next week or something.
I don't know. I'm confused.
I think 3 hours. You're 3 hours ahead of me. What time is it for you right now?
It's 10:41.
Oh no, then you're just 2 hours. I'm 8:41.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's only 2 hours from Pacific to here.
Yeah. Well,
that's
I know
crazy.
for sure it's 12 Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, that's what I thought, bro. I thought it was next weekend's when the time changed, so it's not even this weekend. So that wouldn't make it make it change.
Yeah, it changes right before it changes before my birthday. A few days before, 6 days before.
Oh, that's right. It's your birthday too. See, it's Hawk's birthday on the 2nd of November. Then I'm the 3rd of November.
No way.
And you're the 5th?
I thought Hawk's was in October.
No, Hawk's birthday's the 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm almost.
Well, I know he said he was a Scorpio. I just didn't know what.
Yeah.
Yours is the 3rd.
Hawk's is the 2nd. I'm the 3rd, and you're the 5th, right?
13th.
Oh, the 13th. And then there was a couple other friends in our chat.
Robert's Z-Man is the 6th.
Oh my gosh, we have so
then
many.
Sunflower Prepper is the day before mine. She's the 12th.
Yes. And that we have a lot of Scorpions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. There was quite a few that also's birthday.
He's the 6th, Brenda. Z-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Very good.
Yeah, my bad, Jeff. Jeff will be doing his usual time slot of at 4 o'clock Eastern. My bad.
Okay.
It always, it's 3 o'clock here in my time. So it always throws me off. I just wish they'd make the whole thing just the same. It makes it so much easier on time.
Yeah, Valerie. I'm in Washington, but I'm at the same time as you. Yeah.
So that's what's throwing me off, because if it's only 2 mountains an hour difference between me and you. That's what mountain time is. It's the hour difference in between those 2 hours.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So in other words, mountain time is 9:41. I get it. I got it. Okay. Yeah, it took me a little bit, Riddle. I know. He goes, I'm telling you, son.
Well, when you don't sleep, like I know you don't, and I know I don't, right? So it's like I get cuckoo.
You know how many times this in between this last weekend and now, how many days I've been I put in 23 hours. I'll just say that twice already, and so
yeah, it's wearing.
I can't even
It wears
think.
on your body.
I'm telling you. And
Yeah,
if I go out, if on the prayer-a-thon, if I go and if I don't do a short prayer for someone, if I do a really big prayer, as what I call it, and to where I'm really into it, it zaps me. A lot of people don't understand that, but
well, that's because you're energy sensitive, and you've got to have to be you're an empath, so you got to be very careful.
The first prayer-a-thon I did one before, and then I did one during, and then I had to take a nap afterwards. It just zapped me so much. And then this last one we had, I did the same thing, and I'm like, I've got to quit doing that because it just knocks the energy out.
Yeah.
I,
and doing whatever it is that you're comfortable doing. Like for me, I'll go ground. I'll go do that, or I'll grab a crystal because I love crystals. So there's some that I find that are grounding for me, especially when that that kind of energy is coming around. But yeah, just listen to your body, and if it's telling you, you need a nap, we need a nap. I need to listen to myself right now. I'm really speaking to me because I don't know how to, but it's all right. We only live once, man. We live once, Monte. Let's
YOLO. YOLO. I guess that's what the younger kids call it. Oh my, I'm sleep tired. I tell you.
I know, so am I. I know, and I've got so much to do, so I need to go and get back on this so I can get these all addressed tonight and have that for out of the way, and then so Hawk can get that get that help. So that's my top priority right now is making sure we meet that goal, man, and then just like yeah, then I'll be able to rest and really be able to like be all right. So tomorrow night, and I will tell you this. So maybe tomorrow night you can do this for me. Is I know that a lot of people were in Hawks the other night and that weren't getting. Maybe I went to sleep because I try to keep very focused on the chat, make sure that the prayer requests are being tagged or at least watched. And I know it's very difficult for you guys. So like I'm not saying anything against like you guys are missing it. I know that it gets busy and you guys are doing other things and stuff. So some get passed up and that happens. So, but we can like, you can tell like them as well, the others that are going to be helping, like I'll tag if I don't see that they've been addressed, I'll make sure I tag them to you guys, whoever's, going to be keeping an eye, because you guys have been really good about it. It's just that I know some were not. And I want to make sure that everybody's being heard, like, especially when they're coming in with those requests. So I'll tag them if I, because, and it's really hard when people put requests, and which is not hard. I mean, it's just when people put requests in, but you guys aren't praying and you guys are doing other things, or we're watching a video, or, whatever you guys, are doing up on panel. So I just want to make sure that I'll pay more attention to that too. And then, make sure we don't miss people so they know they're being heard and that we're praying and so forth on that.
Right.
Yeah, because I had someone reach to me today.
Yeah, I need to get a hold of Hawk beforehand, and that way whoever has controls, but I'm pretty sure he's probably going to share them with me again, but I'm thinking he's probably going to share them with someone else also.
Maybe
that way they can let people off and on the panel, but also maybe if we're playing a video, that we stop halfway in between it, or stop maybe two times in between it if it's a longer video, to catch up on the prayer request is what I'm getting at. It's just an idea. It's whatever he wants to do. So
Valerie, very good. If you want to tag team with me tomorrow and doing that, I was told I could write the names down and then mention it. Yeah, absolutely, Valerie. Yeah, if you want to
Guardian does that too.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, so many of you guys are doing it. I just think that it's when it gets later at night and videos are on, like I said, and and it happens. You know what I mean? It's not intentional by any means, and especially if you don't watch. I mean, you can't be watching. Everybody just can't be watching cat that's on panel. Like that's just not doable. I know that, and some just get missed, and especially if there's more people in there, they kind of get bounced up, and you don't see it, and you know, so it just happens. You know, bottom line. So we can just work a little. You know, work together with others that are around that are willing to help and make sure that, you know, we're all, you know, and Valerie, you know, if you want to tag my name and give me a name of the person through the comments, you know, and just let me be aware of that. And then Nicole, you know, is another one that I'm sure will be there as well in chat. That's a mod. Liz Griswold is a dear friend. She also, well, they both are, but is also, and I'll let her know that, you know, that there might be you tagging us to, you know, if you see that one of us are in there and one of us isn't, you'll, if you want to just tag us and then give us a name and then we can search for it and stuff. But it'll be fine. I mean, whatever anybody wants to help is more than, you know, welcoming, but we just don't want to miss people. We don't want to miss their prayers. We want to make sure that they know that they were heard, and we acknowledge them and get their prayers heard. So, yep. I think Remote will be here tomorrow. We'll be there tomorrow on Hawks as well. So I think he said tonight he was coming. I don't know how long he'll be there, but I know he is coming. So that'll be good. I don't know who else plans. Oh, and then that young lady that came up tonight on panel on Liberty also stated that she was coming to also do prayers with you guys. So that was beautiful.
Right on.
Yeah. So it'll be good. So I can't. I'm gonna go deal with emails before I go cuckoo.
All right.
All right. Love you,
Bella.
all. Thank
Love
you.
you.
There's my beautiful sister. There she is. I'm gonna go deal with
there
emails.
He is.
Yeah. All right. Love you, all. Thank
love
you.
you.
There's my beautiful sister. There she is. I'm gonna go deal with
there
emails.
He is.
It was repeating. Sorry about that.
Oh, is it?
What's up, guys?
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
yeah. I was over at. I thought everybody was heading to Snedeker's.
Oh, my bad. I messaged it, and I didn't ever receive a message from text or signal. So
I didn't either. I didn't get a message.
Well,
are we being censored on Signal now?
Oh, great! Hang on.
No,
Signal. It shows that you've received them and read them. I think.
Oh, you know what? If it came in while I was doing the thank yous.
Yeah. Well, at Liberty.
Guess what?
Oh my.
Yeah, if it came in while I was doing the thank yous, it would have been. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Oh boy.
You're sleep deprived too, brother. Yeah, you're sleep deprived too, brother. Just like me and Bella and a few others. Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're up to 4920.
Right on. Hallelujah.
Yes. Yeah. So that's huge.
That's huge.
Well,
and I haven't even haven't made the emails yet. I've only hit 5, and then the one we just we're working on. I have at least, I'm gonna, no joke, if you just could see this, it's amazing. I've had a total about 40 to 45 emails, and I've only gotten through 5 so far.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
No wonder you hadn't been responding to any of mine. I haven't sent you an email since yesterday anyways. Just saying.
Yeah. I know it's crazy. I've been trying to keep up with everything, and it's it's a lot, dude. It's a lot. It's
Oh, I know.
It's yeah. But I got Steve here all weekend. That's who's sitting over here in the chair. You can wave
Hi,
hi.
Steve.
Hi. And yeah, he's here for the weekend. He's got a bunch of projects to do, and we're gonna keep up with getting things going the way they're supposed to here. And
I hear your
that'll be
mic.
good.
I hear your mic a lot better now.
Yeah, well, yeah, because of the fact that I was like Mike was.
Yeah,
you guys were getting me from the camera microphone that's all the way over there above the puppies.
Yeah, because when Jess come in through the door when you was on mics, I heard the squeaking of the door, and I was like, "Yeah, the mic is activated again." Because I messaged
and this
Bella
is a
about
condensed mic. So at first I was thinking, okay, well, I just need to adjust the sensitivity, and no, it's not that. It's not that at all.
I don't know how it keeps getting
It's funny
activated.
because everybody heard me nice and clear, so I must have a big freaking mouth.
Actually, when you was over on Liberties, I couldn't hardly. I could still hear you, just not near as clear as I can hear you now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute myself, but I'll stay up. I'm just gonna start hitting these emails out so we can get them out. So I'll be here.
Yeah,
Must be nice to be multitasking up on panel like that and still go through emails.
I was trying to keep up. $5 here, $10 here, $5 there, $10 here. A couple of people were 100, 120, 200. It was amazing. It was amazing. It's
thank you, Jesus.
Yeah,
that's all I got. Ron Seeley was on here earlier, and that 46 minutes ago, actually, or 35 minutes ago, something like that. And I was going to shut down then because halfway through, after I started this, I'm like, it hit me, and I'm like, oh, tired. And
yeah, it's it's. Well, you've been on you were on what, 3 today? 3 different shows.
I lose track of counting shows, really, brother. I went on Ghost Peppers, Liberties, Jeff's. I did a show. I was on remotes, so that's just the minimum.
Yeah. So,
if everybody had a tag on me to every show I ever went to throughout the day, they
should get a penny per pound.
Yeah, Rocksteady saw me this. Rocksteady saw me this morning after I was backstage on Ron's for a few hours. And with Ghetto Prepper and Ghost Prepper and Virginia Roots, and so I said I was going to go to bed. I left there, and next thing I know, I'm on King Carson's on Big Hair Friday, and Craig and Alan's up on there too, and
Rocksteady has a Big Hair Friday. I'm gonna have to go to the next one because I won't brush my hair before I get on and tie it back in a ponytail. I'll let that shit go loose,
They was naming all the old 80s rock bands and all kinds of bands, really, and it was awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. Oh. Do you already have a banner made up like what I have right here on mine for your show tomorrow?
For the Venmo and stuff?
Yep.
No.
Okay.
No, but you can copy it in the private chat tomorrow. And we can go from there.
Yeah. I can either make one.
If I try to think of it now, I'll frig up
I know.
Screw it up somehow. So
I know. Oh. Well, I knew you said that you was going to probably go on and do a little show tonight after Liberty. I just didn't know where, if he was going to be on this, on here, or your channel, or what. And then I seen Dave Snedeker was on, and so I just didn't know.
Yeah, I was going to. I was going to right away, and then I was like, no, my brain's not in that mode where yeah, I just wasn't, I wasn't there. My brain wasn't there. Yeah, it was, I
It's all right.
I couldn't get myself there, you know.
I know.
Something,
You got a lot going on.
Yeah, and it's you're trying to make sure that everything's getting done right and everything else. It's a pain in the ass, man. It is.
Yeah. I know.
Then Jess brought me in an awesome dinner, and I had to eat that. And
what'd she fix you?
She made shells and Italian sausage.
Ooh,
butter and garlic.
that sounds good.
Yeah,
that sounds real good.
And butter and garlic when it's done. It's filling fast. You know, she'll bring me in a whole plate of it, but I'll only eat about a third of it, and then the dogs get the rest of it, and they don't mind.
I bet Gabriel thanks you.
Oh, he's that was his first time having the Italian sausage, so yeah, he was really thankful. Yeah, he's doing good though. He's still thinks that underneath my desk is where his place of rest is going to be for the rest of his life, and it's not happening. It's not happening. Steve's sitting here saying, "Yeah, it is." He knows me and the dogs. I spoil these dogs rotten. I do, you know. But at the same time, you know, there's no better protection.
Oh, exactly.
Well, besides a 357 Magnum and a couple of AR-15s and stuff. But fur bullets have to do it for now.
Yeah, especially on the type of farm you're on right now.
Yeah.
That's. I understand. I understand the law aspect of it when it comes to they don't want firearms on. Yeah.
It's kind of stupid. It really is.
Yeah.
You know, now an average citizen can grow 4 plants in their yard. Okay. Right. Or in their house, you know, and they can have a gun. Why can't
I? I don't know why they think that, but
you know, but that's what I'm saying is that they can. In this state, you can legally grow 4 plants in your yard. You don't have to have any permission from anybody else or go through any licensing or anything like that. But guys who grow 30 times the amount of what that person grows can't protect their garden, but those people with 4 plants can.
Right.
Doesn't make sense to me.
I hear you.
You know, so one day it's going to be federally recognized. Well, actually, as far as I'm concerned, it already is, because all the laws that were written after 1871 are bullshit. So we've had almost 1 million laws written since then, and statutes and everything else that are basically null and void as of 1999. Those guys who got arrested for growing pot after 1999, every one of them fucking guys should be let out of jail. Every single one of them.
Yep.
Because we're no longer under corporate law.
Well, I am out of prison, but I would like it stricken from my record.
There you go. Jeez, he never told me he was in the joint. He only told me he was a Mexican. I swear, that's all he told me. It was. He's the whitest frickin' Mexican I've ever met, though. All right, so he looks like one, you know.
Albino gringo.
Yeah, he's an albino gringo like thing, you know. Weird and stuff. So, yeah. So where were you going next?
I didn't really have any plans.
You were going to bed?
Oh, I was going to take at least a 30-minute nap. That's what I'm accustomed to, I think.
Yeah. You ought to try for maybe 8 hours of sleep, because we're going to have a long weekend.
I never have been. I haven't been able to ever since my back. I blew out my back. At the most I get is is maybe 5 or 6, and that's if I'm extremely lucky. If I get 3 to 4, I'm good. Like last night, we was all over there in Snedeker's, and I dozed off for just a few minutes. After that, it was like a power nap. I was awake, and I'm like, oh, good golly.
Mm-hmm.
What link?
I don't know. I can't read the chat. I got my Windows didn't update. And they tried to force 11 on me. I wouldn't take it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. People have been having troubles with the Windows 11, from what I know.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother has a processor with 10 on it, but he has to have a code to have it activated.
Yeah.
And you got to pay for the code to be activated to have it activated.
Then it's not a free upgrade. So why should you be forcing that on me? You know what I mean?
Right.
I already own Windows 10. Why should I have to buy Windows 11? I shouldn't have to buy it. You know?
Exactly. Well, that's how they make their money, though.
They don't need any more money, though.
Exactly. They only do it for
They should be working for free for us for the rest of their fucking lives because of the fact that that we paid for that shit to be built in the first place. You know, that was all taxpayer dollars and built all that. That fucking idiot didn't pay a damn dime towards Microsoft or even building the company. He might have been a brain in there, but all of that was built by DARPA, all of it.
And then he has a modern. Well, he did. I don't know if he still does or not. He has a modern day, top of the line, top tech house that has automatic opening shades and lights and everything else, and all the whistles and bells, and yet there's homeless out there on the streets, and oh,
yep.
Anyways,
right down the street from his house, but they can't get near his house. They can't go on the other side. They can't go on the other side of the wall, so they have protection while they sleep. Of course not. You know.
Yeah.
That would be too much. Yeah, that's me and the bottom. Yeah. This morning it was about 5:45 in the morning that it came through. It had a really weird look to it too. The update was not the normal Windows update that you see on down there in your taskbar. It had another one, so it had a thing to remind me in 6 days or something like that, and I clicked that, and every time it comes up, I'm going to put that same thing. Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Brenda, they won't pull it down for a link to Telegram. No. Okay, so what I heard earlier on Ghost Preppers, right before that's why it's 30 minutes late to Liberties. I was up on there, and he had heard from Virginia Roots can verify this because she was in chat. Okay, so someone that they know was sent an email from YouTube, and any talk of the poison dart, yeah, any talk of code words or anything, they're starting to yank people down, is from what I was told. So we got to be careful. I'm just saying. In a way, I know how you.
I don't wanna.
I know. I don't want to either. I don't want to either.
Yeah, I'm not going to give him. I'm not going to give him the luxury of letting it go.
I know.
It's,
these code words and having to avoid trigger words and all that. This is just stupid. I'll just say it. It's just stupid. And I don't care if YouTube's watching me. They probably won't because I'm a small channel. But it's stupid.
Yeah. No, they're probably. They know. I'm telling you right now, they know that it's going to be the smaller channels that are going to be the big ones in the long run.
I don't really want to be a big channel.
A year from now, you'll be so used to this that you'll be like, you'll be like, oh, damn, 50,000. That's not enough. It'll come to that.
No. Oh no.
You just gotta,
Oh no.
you just
No.
gotta get your series of topics. You know, playing out your shows as to how you want to do them, and
Right.
and just start doing them. You know, and once you do that, then you know, you'll get it. You know, it's and see now when I'm doing mine, you know, like when I'm doing my X22 and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to the chat, because if I do, then I'll get distracted and lose track of where I'm at. Because a lot of times, you know, I scan through it, I get a list of everything that they're going to talk about, I research, but then when I play it, you know, I'm learning at the same time you guys are, you know.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing, is everybody learning together. That was the whole thing with Dave, was, you know, it was everybody learning it together. You know, it wasn't just one of us doing it. It was the group of us working together. We were seeing each other's work, and we were understanding that this is going somewhere, you know, and that's what, you know, makes me think of that. You build me,
or you get distracted from someone sending you a bunch of stuff through Telegram.
Yeah. Just build me up. Buttercup, baby, won't you let me down?
There's Benjamin. I've been worried about you, buddy. I hadn't seen you all day long.
Benjamin.
And I was getting worried about you. Because usually by this time of night, I'd already seen you in 2 or 3 chats.
We're going to call him Benjamin Ganjaman.
So Lord. I'm going to scroll through chat, and I don't think I see that name, but the same name that was up on panel yesterday talking to you. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He come in the remotes, and before that he was on mine, and he asked about being baptized, and he was seemingly really serious about it and everything else. So he said he was ready when we was over in remotes after my show. He said he was ready. So remote went through and said the whole thing, you know, and did a baptism through YouTube, basically. And
he can dunk himself in the toilet.
And well,
I mean, in the tub.
And then that same person turned right around and was, I think he was either playing games or he'd already been drinking. I'll just say that. Yeah.
Shame when you see that, you know.
Yep.
So, you know, the seriousness of it, you know.
Yep.
You know, it's for some of us, that baptism is vital and important. To others, it's a means of comical relief.
Well, after he was in my chat, okay, you was up on here earlier, and then you left. Okay, so he come in the chat and was asking a bunch of questions about where to find being baptized in Kansas, and said all these churches was shut down and this and that. So we talked for another 45 minutes about it, you know, through chat, and it went from there to remotes, and then turned around. Yeah.
Some people are special.
Right. I'm stretching my back. Don't mind me.
He's probably over on Dangerous Freedoms anyways, because Dangerous is already run. So
he wasn't on. Dangerous wasn't on earlier when I just checked.
Yeah, no, he's what time did he go on? Give me a second, I'll tell you.
And I was told last night for about some people that's on Ron's, that about that person, because I was like, I had the experience of having Billy up on my show, and
he started 4 minutes ago, so he must.
So they was like,
just when I got here.
So Ghetto Prepper was like, I'm sorry, Monty. I was like, yeah, I found out how he is when he's up on a panel. And they's like, you just gotta sometimes boot him off, and he'll understand. He'll go down in his chat, but that's what you got to do to him. I was like, I hate doing that to people though.
Yeah, because you want to feel like you're giving them the opportunity, freedom of speech. You know,
Yeah,
everybody should be able to have their opinion and everything else.
But I don't like him upsetting my other co-host, or the people in my, the people in chat, like he was doing with Benjamin. And it just, yeah.
He didn't bother me. I knew what he was going to do. I knew exactly what he was going to do, and that's I was ready for him. So I stayed nice and calm. Just yeah, Billy, you have a right to feel that way, and and it's kind of gives you an idea, best way to deal with him. Just have a conversation with him. Eventually he'll shut up. Eventually, might take a while, but the thing is, but he doesn't listen. He likes talking over the top of people. So as the host, you have to remember that you can adjust his microphone.
I thought I adjusted it down enough yesterday, but no, it kept getting louder. Yeah, and I'm like, how's that possible?
He kept turning it up. So
yeah, I think he did.
Yep.
Because and then after you explained a certain topic or a sequence, he would come right back after 10, 20 minutes later and re-ask that same thing, and I'm like, and that's what was getting me, and that's why I messaged you.
Yeah,
I was like, you got more patience than I do. And then
Steve's next to me. Jess is in her building. She might be watching though. I don't know if she's watching or not.
Well, Jess, if you're watching, hi. Hi, Tara. Rocksteady. Well, someone said earlier, Benjamin, that you was either sleeping or you was maybe doing some work or something. I don't know. So I know I put out the comment in my chat that I was worried about you and if anyone had seen you. So I didn't want you thinking that you didn't have. I didn't want you being mad to not come back up in here.
You didn't know what to do. He's like, "Fuck, man, that's too much." He's like, "No, don't stop."
This silly weather. It's been 45 the last couple days here and windy, and I think it's starting to get to me. I know Bill. I know Benjamin. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I realize this, brother. The next time I'm gonna. I've got what do you call it? Not fortitude. What do you call it? I got foresightment into that. If it happens again, I probably won't let him back up on the panel. So I'm just saying, because he was being rude. I've only had to kick one other person off my panel, and that's because they was being silly with the camera, and that was the same person that you've had trouble with in an email, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I'm south of the KC area, John H. But hey, did you see that one video that I know you've been busy? You see that one video of the whatever it is, whether it's a female or a man, I don't know. He's got whiskers on his chin, but he's got makeup on and dressed like a chick. So it's in Telegram.
No, I haven't been in Telegram.
I shared it because it's kind of funny, like haha, not the other kind of funny.
Is that the one where the kid that won Homecoming Queen?
No, I shared that too, though.
I'm like, what the heck? Yeah. I was like, why did you send that to me? My stomach just got all turned up and twisted and shit. I was like, that's nasty.
No, there's a video clip of this lady having messed up red lipstick on his lips, He's got a goatee and a whatever on his chin, and then he's wearing a long hair and a strapless, or not a strapless red dress, but a thin strap dress, and some women's glasses, and you'll just have to watch it. You'll get a kick out of it. You're welcome. I'm sorry. I tried to see the sunny side of things. Oh man. I shared a few other pretty interesting posts in there too.
Oh my God, Jesus!
Did you just come across it?
Much like what happens when you throw a Barbie in the microwave for too long.
That's a barbecued microwave. Hey, it's or microwave Barbie. He said. That's what happens when you leave Barbie in for too long.
You want to share that up on screen?
No, I don't.
Oh, come on, it's funny. It is. Come on.
If I have to, if I got to experience this, so do you.
I've already seen it.
Oh, and there's audio that goes with this too. So.
Oh yeah, it's funny what they say. Okay. I'll just say they.
It's there. Pull it up. All right, folks. Okay. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. If I gotta do it, you gotta do it.
Hi, everybody. I have a question. What is a woman? It should be a very simple question to answer. What is a woman? Until that can be answered, how could we have a discussion about trans issues, biological women issues, things like that? Can anybody just give a definition of what a woman is? That's it.
Does anybody want to answer that question?
The lipstick's not even put on correctly. It's all slopped on there, and what the? That's funny.
In other words, this man is not a contractor. Nothing's level.
Nothing's level.
Oh man. Yeah, I didn't share those. Better.
Queen Elizabeth cancels 2 weeks of engagements, advised by doctors to rest.
Yeah.
In peace.
Kind of funny how they come up.
The right to do a lot of things that people don't even know about.
We can't know for sure, but what the president appears to have been referring to are his Presidential Emergency Action Documents, often referred to as PEDs. Former Senator Gary Hart.
Even though I've had security clearances for the better part of 50 years and been in and out of national security matters during that half century, I had never heard of these secret powers.
Do you know what they are now that you've heard of them?
Only vaguely, due to research done at the Brennan Center for Justice at New York University Law School. What these secret powers are, apparently, based on the research, is suspension of the Constitution, basically. And that's what's worrying, particularly on the eve of a national election.
These are essentially presidential orders that are drafted in anticipation of a range of hypothetical worst-case scenarios.
The Brennan Center research that Senator Hart referred to has been spearheaded by Elizabeth Goitein, the co-director of its national security program and a contributing writer at The Atlantic. Several times during his administration, President Trump has made allusions to secret powers that he has that we don't know about. Is he making that up?
Well, not exactly. And what's alarming about that is that no one really knows what the limits of those claimed authorities might be, because they are often developed and kept in secret.
Goitein says what little we do know about PEDs comes from references to them in other documents, some of which are now declassified.
They originated in the Eisenhower administration as part of an effort to try to plan for a potential Soviet nuclear attack. But since then, they've expanded to address other types of emergencies.
Everybody write that down real quick. PEADS. PEADS. Let's see what it bring it back a little bit so we can read exactly. Okay.
But since then, they've expanded to address other types of emergencies.
I think we got to back it up a little bit more.
As part of an effort.
Okay, so it's presidential.
Eisenhower administration.
Presidential emergency action documents. And what we do is, no, not PETA, PEADS.
Yeah.
PEAD, whatever S. You know, I would look to see how many presidents have used that since you know our country was established, because we might find out that our Constitution was, you know, fucked a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
As part of an effort to plan for a potential Soviet nuclear attack. But since then, they've expanded to address other types of emergencies as well. No presidential emergency action document has ever been released or even leaked. Not even Congress has access to them, which is really pretty extraordinary when you consider that even the most highly classified, covert military and intelligence operations have to be reported to at least 8 members of Congress, the Gang of 8.
You're saying they are not consulting with Congress.
Exactly. Congress is not aware of what's in these documents. And from public sources, we know that at least in the past, these documents have purported to do things that are not permitted by the Constitution. Things like martial law and the suspension of habeas corpus and the roundup and detention of people not suspected of any crime.
The reason these documents are secret is for 11 administrations, people in power did not want to frighten the American people or to demonstrate what might happen to their constitutional rights and liberties.
And keep going. And you're saying what they're for?
Well, every administration, including Democratic administrations, has revised and updated these powers. And I started contacting friends of mine of both parties who had been in senior positions. And I got 2 responses, or one response, which is, I never heard of these powers. And these are people in senior cabinet positions. Or I got no response at all. And it was the no response at all from people I knew that began to worry me, because there not only is secrecy around these powers, there is a mystery around the secrecy.
Tell me what you know about these PEADS.
I think I know as much about the PEADS as any other American citizen, which is almost nothing at all.
David Cole is National Legal Director of the American Civil Liberties Union, and he's concerned about the vast array of presidential emergency powers that we know about. Under the National Emergencies Act of 1976 alone, the president can declare a national emergency just by signing a proclamation.
We've got a president who, in his first week in office, essentially declared an emergency to ban Muslims from coming into the country. More recently declared a widely understood to be a fake emergency in order to build a border wall when Congress told him they would not give him the funds to create a border wall. And most recently has declared that he may need to delay the election, which would be an emergency authority that doesn't even exist. So I think you have to be very concerned.
Which brings us back to those mysterious presidential emergency action documents.
That's what you call panic. You know that, right?
Yeah.
That's what you call panic. Those are Democrats, and they were saying, "Oh shit, he won."
See that comment?
That's what that is. Huh?
I tagged up on the screen. See that comment I tagged up on the
Judge
screen?
blocks Biden admin from firing unvaccinated members of the military, and Biden said fire them anyways.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
I don't care what the judges say, fire them anyways.
So I was in a chat earlier, and someone said that our president went up to the Pope and said, "So you're the black president, or you're the black basketball player?" And I'm like, "No."
That was probably code for something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Exactly, Brew. They didn't mind when O was breaking laws left and right.
Yeah. Oh, oops, sorry there. Fucking dog. Oh, I'm so glad you're so happy underneath my desk. I really am. I'm so happy that you have a spot for your feet.
Gabriel's like, "Of course."
Oh, that was for the fuel. Thank
you.
Which big? Because I thought he was doing it
on the tank.
Did I? Oh, on the water tank. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would have looked in there and said, "Oh my God, where's the propane money?" I've been like, "Fuck." They came in today and they started working on that propane shit, and they got us a new filler too for the tank, so that we can fill up. We can start filling up all our 20, 40, and 60 gallon. I think it's I think they're 20, 40, 60.
Like 5s, 20s, and 40s.
Yeah. So I thought he was going to fill up the tank at the same time. So I brought the money outside to give him, and Steve just walked out there and found the money. He's like, "Oh, you might want this."
I'm gonna go check on a few things and then get my room straight.
Yeah, I would make sure that he's got everything closed up. You know, especially that middle door. For the big
closeout earlier.
Yeah, and I turned off the light too. There's no reason for that light to be on overnight.
Nope.
You know, so
okay.
If you haven't had your propane filled yet, you might want to be doing that shortly.
Yeah, he wasn't sure if they were coming this afternoon or if he was or if he was going to be coming out, between tomorrow and Monday. But he said that they're going to be delivering on Sunday as well this week. And I was like, "Is that normal?" He's like, "No." He says, "We're just overscheduled." So they're going to be making deliveries even, throughout the whole weekend. So, and there's 15 pounds in there. So there's that's enough there to fill up, I think 8 tanks. So that covers us for 3 days per tank. So
yeah. BB-72 was already up on here. He was up on panel even, and he went to go get a tank of diesel, and he couldn't even get it. He tried 2 accounts, couldn't get it. So he's going to a different terminal to try and load up on diesel.
Shit.
Try. So if you got generators that take diesel, that I'm just letting you know. And that was around the Indiana area.
Yeah. See, now I have a Cummins owning generator out there, and it's a big one. It's 126 kilowatt. The only problem is that I need it needs anywhere between a 500 to an 800 gallon diesel tank to it.
Right.
And unfortunately, because of the design of the motor, it's not capable of being converted to propane.
Right.
Whereas if it had been a regular gasoline generator, then you can convert it to it can be converted to propane.
Yeah.
I have a little one that will run the freezer and probably the modem and the computer so that we can still be on if the power went out again. We got gonna work on getting something bigger that way there. Then if the power ever goes out, then automatically it clicks on, and we never have to worry about this shit again. You know.
Yeah, those Generac generators are pretty slick, and they're propane fueled.
Well, they do both propane or natural gas.
Yeah.
You know, hi Lisa. And yeah, so after get this bill paid off and get the electrician paid off, I'm gonna tell them, you know, we're gonna work on getting that generator, getting it out here so that way that we don't ever worry about this crap again, you know. And we're gonna put that generator up on a platform, way up off the ground, so that even if we got flooded, that thing would survive. You know,
yeah.
I'm going to spend that kind of money on something to have it flooded or, you know, and destroyed. Just got to put it between the meter and the first panel, and then any power that we're not using can actually be sold to the electric company.
Right.
22 kilowatt would not only run mine, it would run everything on mine and still be residual enough to send power to the old guy next door. He's like 90-something-year-old farmer. He ain't got no kids over there or nothing, but he does all his stuff himself. Still going strong, you know, not even thinking about slowing down. He doesn't even drive his car to town. He takes his tractor.
I know, I've known a few of them like that.
Yeah, he goes out, does a field, drives right into town, picks up his groceries, brings it back, drops them off, and he's back off again.
It's actually more fuel conservative.
He was the only one that grew anything this year. He grew hay.
Yeah.
You know, because he's got beef stock, so that's who I buy my locker beef from. You know, buy half cow or a whole cow or whatever. You know, and he does beef stock. So, he's a very high cannabis advocate. And when I say very high cannabis advocate, is I've never not been high. You know, and it was like last year I gave him a couple of pounds and he gave me half a cow, half a steer.
That's awesome.
All chopped up, you know, all that, you know, and he dumps femurs on me. So when he's got femur bones, he'll just dump them right over the fence. Just dump them right over the fence. Bring them over for the dogs. Anytime anybody comes up and gets stuff, and after he gets done butchering it up for him, he brings all the bones over, dumps them over the fence. Gives them all to the dogs. He's awesome. You know, he could send it to the butcher and sell those, you know, but he doesn't. He gives them to my German Shepherds. He's awesome.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, why don't you go get some sleep?
How could you tell?
Yeah, you sound like you need it, man. You sound like you need it, and I appreciate all the help too. I do. I appreciate the effort that you're putting in. It's I'm extremely grateful. Extremely grateful.
No problem. I just wish there was more I could do.
What you're doing is great. What you're doing is great.
There's a whole list of people I'd like to thank, and I tell you what, like Bella and me was just saying right before, just a few minutes before you got it on, I was like, and I was even saying thank you to Canadian Patriot and Travis for them getting up there and speaking out on liberty, and you know, and letting people know just the kindness and everything that you do for everybody and everything, and for the kids and for the veterans and everybody else, and you know, it's just, and it got me all choked up, and I started crying. Bella started crying, and
You started everybody. You started everybody off.
You need some rest too, brother.
Yeah, I was debating on whether I was gonna do something tonight, and I what I figured to do is I'm gonna do an early morning one, and then run through the X-22. Well, actually, no, I'll probably save it during prayer time. During that, because we got 48 hours to kill.
Yeah.
So, and we're gonna make sure that we do the Tower of Babel tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I can't wait on that.
The next one in that series. Also, number 6 from Sean Stone's movie came out. He finally released that on 107 Daily. I got a few other things too. So we got a little bit of time to fill with those. Maybe we probably get 6 or 7 hours out of the 48 that'll go towards that stuff. And then I'm trying to find copyright free music. So that's going to be something. Benjamin, you're fine, dude. Everything that you do to help, with chat and everything else, that right there, dude, it's that right there. You have no idea the value of that in itself is awesome. Okay. You help to keep the chat nice and orderly, and you do it for many people. So,
yeah.
To me, that's more valuable than any money you could ever think of sending me, brother. And I mean that seriously. And you're extremely dependable. So.
Yeah. And when the mood starts getting a little bit cranky or something, you always crack up a joke and you put people in a better mood, Benjamin. I'm just saying. I'm very appreciative of it.
When I talk about losing my pants. I appreciate that too.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, if you do happen to spend some time on the Kid by the Side of the Road account, there is a few interesting posts that from I don't know, throughout the day that I've dropped. Not many, just a few. One of them in particular is I haven't checked into it. That's why I dropped it for you to see if you could research into it. The Stafford Act was signed January the 11th, 2021.
Yep.
And which is the Insurrection Act.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. Kind of funny how that's coming out now.
Yeah, there's it. Like I said, it's going to start this snowball effect here pretty soon.
Yep.
It's almost like they're that their first couple of minutes where you're first getting the snowball formed, to get ready to roll it down a hill kind of thing.
Yep.
You got to get it. You got to get it right to the edge, and you got to make sure it's strong enough, because it's going to go down the whole hill. And I think that's the reason that they've been feeding us the information. Give me 1 second.
No problem.
I'll make a list for the grocery store as soon as I'm done.
Check this out on 2 Bidens. Probably the same. Probably I don't know if it's the same. I don't know. I've seen lots of things about 2 Bidens. It's a Telegram site.
Oh yeah, one of them is.
Oh, that says Liberty. Yeah, it says Liberty Warrior Chat. Whoa.
Well, it's on. Oh, let's see.
That's off of That's off of Mike. I bet that's off of Mike's. I don't know. Liberty Warrior. Oh my goodness, I can't even spell warrior right. I'm tired. I'm starting to get delirious again. Looky there.
Squirrel.
How come I never was aware of this?
Oh yeah, I've seen this. That's why I was saying the guy that we worked in the campaign office for back in 1990, 1991 is not the same guy who's sitting in the White House right now.
Right. That's the same picture that I've tried showing some people months ago. Yeah, the one on the left is the real Biden. One on the right's not.
Yep. That's not Joe. What's this?
Whoa. You saw that? I saw that. Interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. It's going to be interesting to see how this is all going to unfold.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, my eyelids are getting really heavy.
Yeah, get to bed.
As much as I've been trying to get in the practice of staying up most of the night. That way you could have rest when you needed to. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm usually a night owl anyways.
Well, we'll worry about that tomorrow. But
I know.
If you're not resting, you're going to be dropping like a rock, and you're a big rock.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I also, if you're up on there and I'm up there on there playing videos, and if it's a real long video, maybe if we could take a break in between them to catch up on prayer requests. That way we don't lose them.
Yep.
Because that's just an idea I had.
Yep. We'll strategize it all out before we get started tomorrow.
No problem. Don't forget, you got to resend. Hang on. How did we do that last week?
Oh, you tried to log in, and then it told you to get the code, and it sends me an email, and then I send you the code.
So I got to put hang on. I got to log out. I got to put your email in, and it sends you the code, and you send me the code through text. Okay, I got it. Yep. Now I remember. Yep. All right.
So.
Yep. All right.
Okay, brother. All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night, everybody.
I love you. God bless. For those of you that don't know, we're having another 48-hour prayer. My goodness, I'm tired. Prayer-a-thon tomorrow at 12 Pacific time on Hawk's Mustard Seeds Channel 8. Everyone is welcome. There's going to be prayer requests, scripture being read, some documentary movies like God in a Nutshell. Trey Smith, he's really good. He explains a lot thoroughly through his videos and some other ones. So, wow, it's already I've already been up on here for 2.5 hours. I love you all. I appreciate you all very much. Much, much love. God bless. And I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay. Rocksteady, later, brother. Marco, brother, later. Brew. Shane. Lisa. Believe. There's a lot of people. Conservative Cowboy. I'm just scrolling up through here. I'm seeing double. Sue, Tadero, Purple Rose. Sorry if I missed anyone. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. You know, all in all, God wins. And we just got to be there for each other, and we got to be a voice for our children. Plain and simple. this thing with the children should have never went this far and into this depth. We should have been stomping butts and taking names a long time ago. So, all right. I love y'all. Much love. Good night.